Hello, and once again welcome to my home. Today I was thinking that I should go out and do this vlog outside because my house is yellow, but it's so much wind today that I just can't do it. So now I am on my veranda, but I have put on a yellow jacket, or a blouse it is, you call it in English. Yellow blouse, yellow flowers, yellow orange, extremely important. And I hope that although it's not outside, it will be nice for you to watch. This weekend has been interesting because it's been two important days. First, on Saturday, it was the spring equinox, which of course tells us in the calendar that spring has arrived. And of course, if you live in Italy or something, you are almost into the summer. But for us here in Norway, it's a day we long for at long last. The night and the day are the same length. And now, 2 days later, of course, the days are getting longer and longer. And up in the north, until we come to the summer, I mean the days, they will just stay on and on and on and on, and there will be no night time. Unfortunately, when they talk about weather and the calendar, they also start talking about the environment. And they told on the television, on the news, on the television the other day that spring is arriving 3 weeks earlier than it used to be 30 years ago. When they reckon spring, they don't take the datum for 21st of March. They take the average temperature between night and day, and that's supposed to be over 0 point centigrades. And now we have that 3 weeks earlier than we used to. And I can confirm that because I have lived in this house for 28 years. And I remember the first spring we spent here in this house. It was my husband's birthday, and I have a picture of him and the cake and everybody around him outside. And the snow is way up around the house. And I remember that I used to just walk out here and went skiing just around the house when we first came here. But now, of course, that's not possible. Not by the end of March, and especially not in April, because my husband was born in April. So this picture was taken on the 20th of April, and that's a month from today. So, yes, I do agree. The climate change is very important for us to understand, and we must do something about it. The nice thing about COVID-19 is, of course, that the pollution has gone down, because nobody's been taking their cars to the work, because they are doing their work from home. They sit on Zoom and Teams and all these things, and yes, I can feel it. I can breathe it, that the pollution has gone down. But of course, we could have stopped the pollution other ways than getting COVID-19. I'm sure about it, if we had pulled our socks up and done something about it. And of course, when the COVID-19 is over, will then everybody do the same? Will the pollution start up again so that young people cannot breathe, especially not in the big cities? Well, talking about children, I've done some work for my grandchildren last week. I spent the whole week actually doing it. I did go to work, yes, I did go to work, but when I got home, and I don't work on Mondays, so last Monday I did it, and well, I'll show you what I have been doing. My grandchildren, they want to have a sign for Easter, because they are going to have some fun with some friends up in the countryside. So I am going to have a sign where it says start, which means start in English, and mall, which means arrival, for this ski affair in Easter. So I was given this fantastic fabric because it was only bits and pieces like this, you know. And then I have to make these letters, and I will cut them and I will sew it, and well, we shall just see how it goes. I'm looking forward to that. So here we are. Now I'm ready. It's finished. I've done my work. It's taken me a week, but I hope you can see it. It's finished. So, yes, I did finish the sign, and I hope that my grandchildren are satisfied with the work, and I do hope that they are able to have this fun up in the mountainside with their friends, because they have quite a few friends now up by my cottage in the countryside. And of course it's Easter, and it will be such a delight to see the children happy. But it all depends on the COVID-19, because now there are so many restrictions, and it's only 4 or 5 days to go till we have the Easter holiday, and we shall see if we are allowed to leave the house. But anyway, I've done the job, and that's important. The other thing about this weekend, which I thought was very interesting, and I find it very important, of course, because it's on Sunday, it was the World Poetry Day, the UNESCO Poetry Day. And well, I am a very great fan of poetry. I go out reading poetry. In fact, today I will go to the voluntary house in Gjøvik, the big city where I stay, and read poetry. That's later on today, but I thought I should read you a poem as well. And I have chosen a book, this one, Emily Dickinson, one of my great favourites. I even did a play about her about 10 years ago now. Yes, it is 10 years ago. It was in 2011. I've chosen one poem. I think it's significant because we are in the month of March, and this poem is called March. So now, listen out. We like March. His shoes are purple. He is new and high. Makes he mud for dog and peddler. Makes he forest dry. Knows the adder's tongue he's coming, and begets a spot. Stands the sun so close and mighty that our minds are getting hot. News is he of all the others. Bold it were to die, with the bluebirds buccaneering on his British sky. Yes, Emily Dickinson, strange woman, powerful. She was called the mother of modernism, and I think she serves that title very well. I also went into the Wikipedia. No, I didn't. I didn't go to Wikipedia for once. I went to the United Nations website, and just to see what they are saying about poetry, since it's the Poetry Day, the World Poetry Day. And this is what they're saying. Poetry reaffirms our common humanity by revealing to us that individuals everywhere in the world share the same questions and feelings. Poetry is a mainstay of oral tradition and, over centuries, can communicate the innermost values of diverse cultures. In celebrating World Poetry Day, March the 21st, UNESCO recognizes the unique ability of poetry to capture our creative spirit of human mind. That's nice. Well, that was about poetry for this time. I don't know if you like poetry like I do, but if you do, you can go into my here on YouTube. I have a playing list, and there you will find poems by Emily Dickinson in English. I have poems read in Norwegian as well, but if you don't speak Norwegian, then that will be rather silly. So, hoping that Easter will be a happy time for you. Hoping that you stay safe, that you have friends still that you can phone, although we cannot meet people, and that the COVID vaccine will push us forward for a new and better life. So that's all for today, I'm afraid. I will see you after Easter, and maybe I shall bring some pictures for you to see how beautiful it is up in the mountains where we go skiing. So, bye for now, take care, and God bless.